Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in all party research and analysis, and this is daily analytical report where we will look for decent trading occasions, decent trading setups, and I will show you what's going on the markets as well. So let's start. We always start with the calendar. On the calendar, we just had GDP from Eurozone, and mm, almost always data from Eurozone are in line with expectations. So we do not have a surprise here. Everything is in line with expectations. Different situation is in Australia, United States, Canada, where we have differences, but or CPI or GDP from Eurozone come usually in line with expectations. Still to come, as always on Thursday, initial jobless claims. A bit of speeches from central banks, as you can see, with the most important coming from the Governor Paulos from Bank of Canada. So definitely we will have movements on Canadian dollar. With that being said, let me show you the charts. So first we will start, maybe we'll start with American dollar to Swiss franc, because I was waiting for this buy opportunity, but as long the price was still inside of the flag. When the price is inside of the flag, we do not have a trading signal. We do not have a buy signal. We need to wait for the breakout of the upper line of this formation. So in the same time, we had this horizontal resistance. So here we had a support, here we had a resistance. And only the breakout of the upper line of the flag and the horizontal resistance would trigger us a buy signal, which I explained on the last webinar. But the bullish breakout did not come, and the price, instead of breaking the upper line of the flag and the horizontal resistance, instead of that, the price went, instead of going higher, the price went lower and broke the horizontal support. We are still inside of the flag, so the bullish scenario is still probable, but the thing is that most probably we're gonna test 38.2, or at least the lower line of the flag. So that is the closest scenario now, price testing the lower line of the flag. Next instrument is British pound to American dollar, where we were expecting this movement, so the price breaking horizontal resistance, and price tested that as a support and went higher. So that flag is denied, because instead of breaking the lower line of the flag, the price broke the upper line of the flag, which shows us a bullish strength. What is more, on H4 chart, what we can see here is a left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, so that's an inverse head and shoulder formation. Left shoulder, big head, and the right shoulder. So breakout of the horizontal resistance gives us a buy signal here. As for the potential targets, we need to see the Fibo. So here now the resistance looks quite decent, not only because of 23.6 Fibo, because it's not respected too often, but because of those supports and resistances here. So 23.6 looks decent. Maybe we'll have a comeback here and a breakout aiming 38.2. But this midterm sentiment for British pound to American dollar is positive. Euro to Swiss franc, that's a false breakout. We saw that yesterday. the price came back above the horizontal resistance, and we do have a positive sentiment on euro to Swiss franc. Euro dollar. On euro dollar, we also do have a positive sentiment. So we have a movement which comes from this inverse head and shoulder pattern here. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. We are aiming 38.2, which is not a random resistance, because you can see it's support, resistance, resistance, resistance. In theory, that's a good sell signal. Well, that's a good opportunity to sell, but for the sell signal, we need to see a bearish reaction here. And actually, the sell signal will be triggered when the price will break the red line. As long as we are above the red line, the sentiment is positive. We can think about a flag or maybe a wedge, depends from what the price will do. Australian dollar to American dollar. Well, we are fighting on this midterm downtrend line. We broke horizontal resistance. We are testing that as a support. That's interesting. So upswing, broken horizontal resistance is broken, is later tested as a support. Upswing, horizontal resistance is broken, is tested as a support. And we are waiting for the breakout of the downtrend line here. Once the price will close above the red line, that will be a super strong buy signal. British pound to Canadian dollar. I was looking for a long position there. Actually, I had a long position there. Bought somewhere here. Stop loss was somewhere here. And as you can see, it was touched yesterday, but the price went significantly higher. So I was removed from the market with a loss in intraday movement, which I try to avoid. I tend to trade like swing trading, so I keep my positions open for a few days. So the direction was good, the idea was good. Instead of using the horizontal support here, they used the dynamic support here. So stop loss supposed to be much deeper. And now the price is having a buy signal. I will not re-enter this because it makes no sense to re-enter this position after such a situation. Mostly from the psychological point of view, because you may think that you need to prove something to the market, prove something to yourself, and you just start acting crazy, and that's a problem. That's a huge mistake. Next one is British pound to Japanese yen. British pound to Japanese yen is aiming important resistance, and so far we do not see a bearish price action here. So what is that resistance? That resistance is a combination of horizontal of a midterm downtrend line and long-term uptrend lines and midterm downtrend line. And we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh bullish day in a row. And the price actually came above the neckline, which is pretty dangerous for the buyers, for the sellers. So what we are having here is a combination of those resistances, and the price should see a reversal. The price is not experiencing a reversal, which may be a very positive sign. So, long story short, that is a great place to sell. But for the sell signal, you need to see the price bouncing from this area. So far, we do not have a bounce, so maybe we'll have a breakout. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, still under the influence of this false breakout below the horizontal support, double bottom formation, false breakout. So not surprised that we are having a bullish reaction here, like a very strong bullish reaction. The price broke horizontal resistance, which is promising for the buyers. Now the price is using that horizontal support that horizontal resistance is a support, also drawing a flag. Breakout of the upper line of the flag triggers a buy signal and gives an aim to this horizontal resistance, which should be in line with this dynamic resistance. So that will be actually a great risk to reward ratio trade, because opening a position here with a stop loss here gives you 40 pips stop loss and 160 pips take profit. So that's definitely a risk worth taking. American dollar to Japanese yen. Horizontal support broken, tested as a horizontal resistance. Broken, proven, broken, tested as a support. Beautiful buy signal. Price comes back below, drops below that level. I seldom go to M15, but I want to see the price action there. Okay. Here we are coming back, testing that as a resistance, and the price goes down. So I think that that's a shorter support, head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. The price closing below this level, below the green line, will be a strong sell signal. Sell signal created by the fact of this head and shoulder pattern, of this false breakout pattern, of the bounce from the resistance. So I like it. That's the potential target. Another potential target. After the price will break the red area, we will have a sell signal. But if we will have a sell signal, the price should reach this horizontal, this dynamic uptrend line. Australian dollar to Canadian dollar. That was a beautiful sell signal. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful but wrong. That was a shooting star on a daily chart on 50% Fibonacci, which was also support here and here. That was absolutely beautiful sell signal, but as you can see, sometimes it's not working out. So you can get a beautiful sell signal, but it's denied. Here it got denied. The price broke the resistance, tested that as a support, and is now climbing higher. Euro to New Zealand dollar. I was waiting for the breakout of the upper line. Instead of that, what we can get is a breakout of the upper line and a comeback, which would mean that it was a false breakout. And false breakout can mean really a strong movement in the opposite direction. So boom, super strong upswing. Let me check Fibonacci's. Oh, we can aim at least 38.2, if not 50. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar. I was thinking about the short position here as well. I was wrong. That was a strong sell signal. I do not regret anything because I had a short position there. We bounced from the 50% Fibonacci. We were in a downtrend. We made a false breakout above this horizontal resistance. The price created head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. We went down. I opened my position somewhere there. We went down. It was a nice profit, but the price reversed, came back above the resistance, and is now aiming higher. So unfortunately it didn't work out, but again, no regrets, because that was a good trading setup. Now, American dollar to Danish crown. Well, yesterday we made this assumption that the price will go down, and the price is going down. That's the target, and maybe we'll have a reversal. But that was a beautiful sell signal, and I'm happy that it worked out. So we had a bounce from 38.2 with this like double top and this false breakout here, and then the price broke the lower line of the uptrend and the horizontal support. So after that the price just declined, and here is the target for this movement. It would be nice to see a scenario like that, so left shoulder head and right shoulder. That would be a very technical setup. The same goes with American dollar to Singaporean dollar. We also got a drop here, but actually I'm gonna remove this chart because it's not very technical. American dollar to Russian ruble. Here we are waiting for the breakout from the symmetric triangle pattern, which should give us a strong trading signal. So far we do not see the breakout, but eventually we will. And once the breakout will happen, we will have a very good trading signal. So far we do not have it, but we should get that soon. Now gold defended the long-term uptrend line again, and now we're getting closer to the final decision, right? So price climbing back above $1,307 per ounce, buy signal, price breaking the black line, sell signal. No other way. So we are getting closer to decide. We need to decide soon. Well, buyers and sellers need to decide soon. WTI oil broke the horizontal support, broke the midterm uptrend line. Now this tested that yesterday as a resistance and declined. We need to wait for the chart to refresh a little bit. I have some problems with the internet connection, and with this kind of situation we are waiting for the movement towards the long-term uptrend line here. And now DAX, different template. We can see that we are quite in a good situation. I don't like this kind of a trading that's a sideways trend, not very good for the technical traders. Well, depending from your strategy, but I tend to not trade during the sideways trend. But as long as we stay above this support, you see here, as long as we stay above this support, maybe I will draw it. Sentiment is definitely positive. Okay, we had silver dollar index. Let's see dollar index. Dollar is on a back foot right now, so we do have a correction, and there is a nice resistance here, which we should not forget that this resistance exists, because it can be in play soon. There is this uptrend line. I think that we can place some Fibos. As for the potential target, this area looks decent. So in my opinion, we can see a further decline here. Left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, possibly. Let me show you that. Left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. The correlation is quite big here. Stocks, Kakaron, DAX, Nikkei, FTSE. Let's check FTSE. That is a nice upswing most recently. As you can see, we recovered very fast. FTSE went mad, climbed for new highs. Sentiment It's definitely positive. We have to wait for the chart to refresh. Okay, we have to wait a little bit more. Oh yes. So that is the current situation on FTSE, sideways trend. Not particularly interesting. No trading signal here. Positive sentiment obviously, but no trading signal. I'm gonna check Bitcoin. That will be the last instrument for this webinar, because Bitcoin is going a little bit higher recently. But, well, they have to, because they can have huge problems here once the lower red line will be broken, if it will be broken. What we are seeing here on Bitcoin, maybe I will change the color here. What we are seeing here on the Bitcoin is a flag. Flag is slightly above the lower line of the triangle. This may be indicating a willingness for a breakout, and this breakout can be lethal, can be very dangerous, can bring us a huge drop in the value of Bitcoin. We can aim this ultimate support below $6,000 for one Bitcoin, but a flag forming above the lower line of the triangle, that's potentially a very dangerous situation and an invitation for the traders to open a short position. There is no short position here yet. We will get that if the price will break this horizontal support here. A bit of well, let's look here. When the price will get to the below the green line, we will have a strong sell signal. Okay, thank you very much for attending this daily analytical report. I hope you enjoyed that. We got interesting trading occasions, maybe not like super strong trading signals yet, but some of those situations can develop in interesting trading signals, hopefully. So thank you very much. In the meantime, do not hesitate to visit our website, alpari.news. And obviously you need to follow us on Twitter, because on Twitter we post many interesting trading ideas. Thank you very much, and see you in half an hour. We'll have a webinar about trading psychology.